Welcome back. Today we're talking about why humans help other humans out. Example, some examples are like it's just a good moral to have like humans always try to open a door for each other, or if there's some random donation going on online, humans like trying to pitch in and helping out with that. But that's not always the case. Um, there's there's patterns and there's motives. And there's just different scenarios where humans don't always help out, and you see a more growth or more increase of people not helping out when people are in groups, but they do help out when they are more isolated and not with a group per se. So humans help each other for a mix of emotional, social, and just many other reasons. Sometimes we can help because it feels good, and psychologists actually call this the warm glow effect. It's like doing good deeds. You feel good about yourself, and sometimes we help because we want to maintain a positive self-image. So that's kind of golden rule. Going back to that, treat others how you want to be treated. So obviously you want to be treated good, so you treat others good. And like I said, sometimes we help out because we feel like we have to, or we feel responsible to. If we're like the only one around. But there's a twist. People are less likely to help when others are present. Like I said, this is known as the bystander effect. It kind of sums it down to more people around, the less anyone else feels personally responsible for helping out. Alright, let's just say there's a scenario, like let's say you're walking through the park and see an older person kind of trip, stumble, and fall. If you're the only person in the park, you're probably more likely going to rush over and offer assistance or help. And if your sense of personal responsibility is high, the need for help is more clear. So what do? You act quickly because you're just a good human, or at least that's what I would do. But let's change it. Let's say same scenario. You're in the same park, same person falls, but this time there's lots of people. They're out and about doing their thing, having other conversations or whatever, and you see the person fall down. But instead of like thinking quick and thinking how you would just like hesitant, you just like more like kind of step back and observe a little bit. You may look around to see if anyone else has seen it, and kind of expecting others to help instead. This is the bystander effect. It's not necessarily bad in all situations. Well, in this situation, if you saw a person fall, you didn't help, that would be like kind of bad. There's no one else to step in, no one else to blame, and no one else to assume will handle it. Psychologists call this personal responsibility, and it's one of the strongest predictors of helping behavior. But when people are in groups, the responsibility kind of gets diluted, and everyone assumes someone else will act. This is the classic bystander effect. So kind of how we can test this is like people who witness someone need help while alone will show a significant higher likelihood of helping compared to people who witness the same situation while in a group. This hypothesis is falsifiable because the outcome can clearly support or contradict it if people in groups just helped as often or more than people alone. How we could test this is just create a controlled experiment. Just have like a 30 seconds of noticing a situation of any help. Have people come in as by themselves or with a group to get different results. In the alone condition, one person sits in the room, and then in the group, all the people sit together or something. And let's just say a researcher in another room accidentally drops a stack of paper or knocks over a box. You measure whether the participants help. So prediction, you'll probably get higher helping rates when people are alone, and then I would get lower helping rates in a group condition. That's what I would honestly think would happen. But it kind of just depends who the people are. If they're kids, adults, or just elderly people, I tend to think that adults will help more than kids would, but it just all depends on the situation. There's actual studies that have found similar results. That Darley and Latti, 1968, in their famous seizure experience, participants who believed they were the only person who could help were far more likely to take action when they thought others were present. Helping dropped dramatically. And also Latti and Rodin in 1969, when participants heard a woman fall and cry out for help, those that were alone helped much more than those who were with another passive bystander or when they were with a group. These studies laid the foundation for understanding why people help more when they are alone.